It's so funny because I look at the girls that I used to make fun of these girls. They'd come in and they'd be like, I only do coke. I don't do crack. And like, I was like, it's the same thing. Welcome back to the Hopeaholics Podcast. I'm your girl, Natalie Eva Marie.
And I'm Chad Carlson, and you're listening to the #1 addiction and mental health podcast.
And you guys, if you or a loved one is struggling, make sure you head to askevamarie.com or chaddick.com and chat with one of our AI companions 24/7.
Or text the number right here on the screen.
Together, we are breaking the stigma around addiction and mental health.
And fighting the fentanyl epidemic.
Now, let's get into the episode.
Allie, welcome to the Hopeaholics Podcast.
Yes, Allie. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
This is like a real honor. I fangirl hard for y'all.
Oh my gosh, I love that. We love that.
Yeah, I did too. No, I'm playing. I got a little nervous when I met you the first time. I'm not going to lie.
Oh my God, stop. She's not talking about me. She's talking about us.
Oh, no, she was talking about you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh,
110%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Allie, we go.
I mean, when people know that you're sponsored by Rain, that means they know.
Yeah,
they
no,
know
the
something
girls
of-
came with it today.
Yeah.
I have to give them a massive shout out because, yeah, they came fully ready to go.
Yeah. Because
I like it.
I can't say that I knew you were sponsored by Rain when I first met you.
And they already knew, like, orange dreamsicle.
Mm-hmm.
They knew what time it was.
I mean, I do think that's cool. I do love Rain as a brand itself. I'm a Storm drinker though.
Yeah, Storm's bomb too.
I'm a Rain Storm drinker because those.
We haven't had those actually.
you
I've
haven't?
seen them, but we haven't tried those ones.
Oh, I think you guys will like them. It's like compared to Celsius. It's like the
okay.
competitor to Celsius.
Yeah.
So that it's less caffeine and it's a smaller can. So it's a 12 ounce instead of the 16 ounce.
Those 16 ounce,
The big
300
boys.
milligrams
Yeah.
of caffeine, man.
You're ready to go.
So they call them pre-workouts for
Yeah.
the gym. So Allie, how's life, man?
Yeah.
So good. It's so good.
You're from the East Coast.
I'm from New Jersey originally.
Okay.
Yes, I grew up there. Well, okay, that's complicated because
Yeah,
at 12
break
years
it down.
old, I was in treatment. Not for drugs or
Oh.
alcohol, though. So, like, I, like, grew up in Jersey. My family's from there originally. And then, like, was in Connecticut and then got sent to Utah to, like, one of those, like, well, they tried to send me to Wilderness.
Yeah.
And I had heart surgery when I was 13, and they were like, no. And I was like, good, because I wouldn't make it. Like, I'm a girly girl. Like, I need my pedicures. Like, I can't do this. Like,
What?
and in the program in Utah, you had to earn your sneakers, but we had to do an hour of calisthenics every day. And I called my mom, was like, I'm going to die. Like, I'm not built for this. And she's like, well, you're trying to die anyway, Allie. So, like, at least you'll die healthy. And I was like, no, that's not the answer. Like, that's not it. Like, what?
I actually like that
Yeah,
answer from a mom.
Yeah.
You know, as somebody who owns treatment centers, it's rough sometimes, the
Yeah.
things, because you know what, we'll say anything when we're in treatment because we want to get the F out
Mhm.
most of the time. And they'll tell their parents some wild stuff.
This was true, though. This was true. And I was like, I can't do this.
But you had did you say you had heart surgery at 13 years old?
And I was
Wait.
born in a car. So, like, I was an alcoholic from the start because I was like, I got to make an entrance. Like, hi, I'm here. Like, we're going to
Wow.
do things my way.
Oh my gosh. Wait, do you have siblings?
I have an older sister.
Okay. Before we get into the heart surgery, because you went to this facility at 12 first?
Yes.
Okay, for what?
So, I was molested when I was a kid by my
Mm.
sister's best friend. And I didn't know how to deal with emotions. So, like, I kept attempting suicide because I just, like, didn't want to live it. Like, but I didn't even, like, really want to die. I just didn't know that at that age. And so, like, my parents were just trying to save my life, truthfully, because they didn't know what to do with me. And I feel like back then, mental health was very, very different than it is
Yeah.
today. And so they, like, diagnosed me with, like, everything under the sun. And every time I'd have a side effect from medicine, they would just put me on another medication. and it was just like awful. And by the time that I even got to Utah, I had ECT treatments before, which is electroconvulsive therapy, because I was on 16 medications and I got placed in a mental hospital one more time. And they were just like, well, if she has this treatment done, she'll be happy and she'll never need a psych med again. And my insurance was like, I was 16 at the time, and they were like, no way, like her brain chemistry is not developed, like it will change her. But like my parents didn't know any better because they were listening to the doctors. It's not like they were trying to harm me in any way. They just were like, the medicines aren't working, because like everything that they had diagnosed me with, I didn't have. And like, so it just kind of made me crazier, truthfully. So they were just like at a loss. And then I don't know who suggested me to go to Utah, but like somehow I got there after that. And the doctor was incredible, because obviously the ECT didn't fix me. And they had put me back on all of the medications. And when I got there, I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm going to kill myself here. And I was even on suicide watch at the place in Utah, because like I had been through so much as a kid, and like I said, I didn't really know how to deal with emotions, but he like weaned me off all of them one by one, and like gave me like a chance at life, kind of.
Yeah.
So it was really cool, because he was the only doctor that like listened to me.
Did your parents know a lot of the reasons?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was really like, when I was in Utah, I finally told them, but that was like, because I started going to treatment at 12, so 16. So like 4 years, they didn't know, because it was, like I said, my sister's good friend. And I just was like, no one will believe me. This man did what he did and told me that he'd kill me if I told anyone. So there was just like a lot of fear. And I just like, I was so little, like I was so young. When I think about it, it's like I had all this guilt and shame for so long. It's like I was so young. Like I really feel sorry for like that young girl, because I just didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally a baby. Damn. And
I'm like, if I would have told them or talked about it differently, like then my life would have been so different. It's like, but I didn't know. Like, how could I have?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really know at that age anyways. So I mean, you don't know really what happened and how to prioritize the emotions. So like whatever you went through to get you where you are today is exactly what was supposed to happen anyways. And thank God for that doctor though.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious though. You got off the meds, so you were 16 when you met this doctor in a treatment center.
Yeah, the one in Utah.
Wait, so which facility? You were 12 when you first went to Utah, or 16?
No. I was 12, and I went to like an all-girls place in Connecticut, and then that didn't work, and then like just got switched around. So at 16, I was at the place in Utah, and it was kind of like military boot camp. It was hardcore.
Yeah,
it was hardcore.
What do you know? What year was that?
I'm 32, so 2000. No, I graduated in 2011, so it had to be like 2009ish, I think.
Yeah.
But you said that you had heart surgery?
I was okay. So from being born in the car, they think that I had a hole in my, like kids are born with holes in the heart, but like I wasn't breathing by the time they got to me. And so like I had to be revived from the start. My mom jokes I'm her cat with all the things I've been through in my life. She's like, you're out of lives, Allie. And I'm like, I know. But so as I got older, it got bigger and bigger instead of just like staying the same. So I started having like health problems. I don't even really remember what they were. I was very athletic, and I was on track and cross country. And I just know that like I started to have some health stuff, and they finally were like, it's time, like we have to do it. But it really it doesn't even seem like a big deal today. Like I don't remember it being like traumatic or anything. Like I don't know, it was just like, okay, it's done.
Wow. And that was at 13? Yeah, that's wild. That's a big surgery.
Yeah. So where did you end up after Utah?
I went back to New Jersey. I had graduated high school a year early, because in this program I finally like figured out that like I actually didn't want to die, and that like I thought I wanted to help other people. So I graduated high school year early. I went to cosmetology school and I wanted to be a children's oncologist. And I had like very big dreams. I was going to have my own hospital and there was going to be a chemical free salon in it. It was going to be like Disney World and all of the things. Like, and I was like, I'm going to help other people and I'm going to help kids because like, even though that's like not what I went through, I don't know how this dream like became, but it was like, I'm going to help kids and like, they're going to like have this great life. And then after cosmetology school, I got hepatitis A and ended up in liver failure. And like I thought I just had food poisoning. And so like I kept telling my mom I was fine. And like 24 hours later, I started throwing up blood. And she was like, we're going to the hospital. I was like, I'm fine. I just have food poisoning. She's like, no, we're going to the hospital. But anyway, by the time I got to the hospital, I was in stage 4 liver failure. And they told me I'd be dead in 12 hours or have a liver transplant. And so I was introduced to opiates, and that's like where it all started. And I grew up in a very alcoholic family, like, and I just remember from a young age thinking I'm never gonna be like that, but I didn't understand the disease, like, and it wasn't like lovey-dovey happy stuff. Like there were always doors being slammed. There were always like my dad fighting with his family, like fist fights and stuff. And I was like, this is insane. Why do we do this every weekend? And I just remember from a young age being like, I'm not gonna be like them. Like that is not gonna be my life. I'm going to be successful. But I also remember that the first time they gave me opiates, I was like, this is it. I've arrived. Like, even though I'm sick in a hospital, like, I'm like, this is what I've been missing my whole life. It makes sense. Like, I can be anybody I want, you know? And I went home and I was still very sick for, I don't even know, like a year. But in the beginning, my sister had to shower me. I was so weak. Like, I had lost so much weight. I didn't end up needing the liver transplant, but I had 8 blood transfusions. They had shocked my heart like 3 times to get it back into rhythm. And like I was very sick for a while. And this is like when pain, what do they call it? Like in Florida, like the big pain
clinics.
Yeah. Were happening. And so like every time I'd go to a doctor, they would just give me another script and tell me that my like liver was healing. And I really didn't I didn't know anything at this point. And my dad owned a construction company his whole life and was like, I've seen guys get hurt and get addicted to these things. Like you're getting addicted to them. And like, I was like, no, I'm not like your guys, Dad. Like I was really sick and like the doctors are prescribing them. But, like, I was already very much in my disease, and I was drinking, like, I'd gotten back to the salon, and I was drinking on top of the opiates because I knew it wasn't socially acceptable to be on opiates. And then, like, Xanax entered my life and all these things that, like, you should never mix. But I was just like, it's fine. They're prescribed by doctors. I grew up in Jersey and saw heroin addicts, and I'm not like them because this stuff's prescribed. Well, like, in a year of that, I OD'd for the first time. And my dad found me. They had given me 8 shots of Narcan. And, like, I was declared dead. I don't know how I ended up at the hospital. I was in a non-responsive coma for 3 weeks. And when I woke up, I was fully there but couldn't walk or talk. And I really scared myself. Like, so... But I also had, like, a boot shoebox of every prescription pill you can think of. And the FBI came and was all like, you're going to do federal prison or, like, you're going to go to treatment. And I'm like, I'm not the smartest person, but, like, I'm not built for federal prison. I'll take the 30 days in treatment. Like, this is easy, you know? And so, like, I was sent to Florida and I went to treatment. And I had been in the AA rooms my whole life. And I grew up in an Orthodox Jewish family. So I thought it was like a religious thing because I'd go with my dad and I'd hear God, 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 God.
Yeah.
You know? And when I was reintroduced, I also remember being like, my dad always got a bottle of vodka and then would be like, I'm reading the big book. And I don't know why he felt the need to tell me that
Right.
because, like, I didn't understand that as a kid. But, like, he needed to justify. And I also did not think I was an alcoholic because I was an addict. But my mom sent me a picture. Like, my closet room in my house was filled of empty bottles, like vodka, Malibu, whatever you can think of. It was just bottles of alcohol. But I was like, yeah, but I do that to cover up the opiate use. Like, I'm not, like, I was still very delusional, you know? And I got to treatment and I was like, I just need you guys to teach me how to be responsible and use on the weekends. And like, that's not how this works. And I was like, well, I have a career. I have the car. Like, I'm still above people in my mind. Like, I'm not under a bridge. I don't really need anything else. And they were like, that's just not how this works. But because I got sent there as a deal, I had to stay for the 30 days. So I stayed and I went to meetings and did all the things that I was supposed to. And then I got my career back in Florida and I stayed in Florida. And
How old were you?
I was 21 at this point.
Oh, okay.
I think I might have been 20, but I stayed in Florida and I got all the things back real quick, and I just like slowly stopped going to meetings because I never really felt I needed them anyway.
Mhm.
And then I met the guy, of course, you know, and he was a youth pastor that I met in treatment.
Wow.
And we got an apartment together and we were like doing a missional community group and very involved in church. So I also was like, this is going to keep me sober. Like, I just still couldn't understand, you know? And then at a year dry, we'll say, because I
Mhm.
wasn't working a
Mhm.
program, I got hit by a drunk driver. So funny how God works. And I needed an immediate back surgery. And I did not understand the disease, like I said. So they were like, we're going to put you on opiates. And I'm like, okay. Because, like, I've been away from them long enough that, like, I'll not get addicted to them again. Like, I don't ever want to end up in a coma. Like, so I'm going to be responsible. And, like, you know, I've learned so much about the program. And it's like all those trap doors, like, everything went out the window. I didn't do street drugs because, like, that's how I kept myself sick. Like, as long as I was doing prescription stuff, like, I was above people that I knew. And if I did street drugs, then I have a problem. Like, you know?
Right.
I mean, that's really a thing.
That is a thing.
I've witnessed that my entire career in treatment, because a lot of people come in with your story. I've heard your story, you know, this type of story so many times, and it's but it's also incredible when you get it,
Mhm.
because your story is extremely important to other people who look like they have it going on
Yeah.
in the world, because it's sometimes harder for, you know, like I'm a under the bridge kind of dope fiend selling, you know, staying at terrible places and doing terrible things and not functioning in society at all. And you were functioning, and you're this
Until I wasn't. Because I got to all those places.
Oh, you did? Nice. Okay, we'll get there then. Yeah, but up until this point, I'm loving it because it's super important
Yeah.
for
Mm-hmm.
people to hear this message.
Mm-hmm. And it's so funny because I look at the girls that I used to make fun of these girls. They'd come in and they'd be like, I only do coke. I don't do crack. And, like, I was like, it's the same thing. Like, but I was that girl, just different, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I never understood that. Like, so it's just really funny how we all lie to ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, how the disease could tell us so many different things because
It'll justify and
Mhm.
rationalize. I mean, it's crazy that we can just lie to ourselves like that.
mm-hmm.
Well, I
You
love
know?
the better
Really
than, like,
crazy.
because I'm doing prescription drugs, like, I'm not that bad.
Yeah.
You know? I get it, though. I literally, and that's what's sick, is, like, I can get that rationale, you know, because it's like, oh, the doctors are prescribing it or whatever. I'm not out here.
I mean, even just the meth smokers versus the IV drug
yeah,
users.
yeah,
They
yeah.
they used to do that shit to me. The smokers would be like, well, I'm, you know, like they would
Yeah.
look down on me like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm just
Which
get-
is, like, so funny. Like, all of us are not right.
yeah, I'm better than you
Yeah.
because I only smoke it.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Well, one time because I did get into shooting up eventually, and one time I'm shooting up with my girlfriend, and I'm at her place, and I don't have any veins, so I shot up in my neck, and she shot up too, but that was over the top. We don't do that, and I was like, wait a minute. But, like, it's okay anywhere else in our. I just need to know the rules. Like, I'm just a little confused.
There's
Like,
rules to this
Yeah.
shit, guys.
Yeah, I was like, I'm really lost. Like,
You are the lowest of the
Yeah,
low if you're
yeah.
shooting up in your neck.
she's like, you gotta leave. You gotta get out of my place. And I was like, I
I've
don't
been
even
kicked
know
out
what
of
happened.
so many places because, like, I went in the bathroom and shot up, right? And they were just in the front smoking, and I was like, I don't do it that way. Sorry. Like,
That's
okay.
Hilarious.
But like she wasn't even smoking. She was shooting up. It was just not the right way apparently. And I'm like, I didn't know. Like
So where were we exactly before we got a little side
back
surgery.
surgery.
back surgery, back surgery,
surgery.
and back to pain meds.
Uh-huh. So
Justifying the fact that I can use them now because I haven't used in a while.
mm-hmm.
And I'm understanding the 9 lives. And your name is Allie, so you're an alley cat. Like
Yep.
legit, dude.
Yep.
Okay, so back surgery.
So I was in Colorado when I had the surgery. I was supposed to be on a trip, and I come back and I tell my fiance at the time, the youth pastor, I'm like, you're going to teach me how to shoot up or I'm going to go to the dealer. Like everything went out the window real quick.
Was he not? He wasn't sober anymore?
He was. He was, at this point, he still was.
Okay.
But it didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Like, I knew he had done this stuff
Yeah.
before. And I just, like, it opened up the demon in me, if you will. And,
Mhm.
like, it was a whole, like, they say all the time that your disease is doing push-ups in the parking lot. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it was. It
Yeah.
was patient and waiting for me. And, like, I had no idea because, like, I was never willing. And it wasn't I was scared. Like I said, it's how I kept myself sick. Like, and now I'm just like, let's go. Like, you're either going to be in my way or you're out of my life
Mhm.
kind of thing. Like, nobody gets in the way of me and my
Yeah.
first love. And so now we're using together
Mm.
because I'm using all the time. And, like, it's a matter of time. How can you stay
Yeah.
sober? Like, and he wasn't really working a program either. He was in church doing amazing things, but not in the rooms and not working a program. So I think it was a matter of time regardless, like, of if this is how it happened or if something would have happened, you
Mhm.
know? And I'm getting arrested all the time. I can't stay out of jail. And every time I end up in jail, I call my dad and he's like, stop calling me. Like, I'm like, I have one phone call. You have to save me. I'm not built for this. I am a white girl. Like, I'm not made for this, Dad. Like, every time. And he would just hang up on me. And I'm like, not learning. And the cops are all like knowing me by now. And I'm just like having seizures in jail, going through withdrawals, and then going back out. And like, it's just getting crazier and crazier. And none of the consequences are enough. None of them. And then fentanyl hit the streets and I can't stop ODing. Like, I'm not even trying. Like, I would literally try to snort a little to see if it was fentanyl, like, because everything was laced with it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like ODing nonstop. There was one time where I woke up in the ambulance and they had broken my sternum and ribs, and I was like, you're hurting me. And they're like, because you keep dying on us. And and so at like number 6 OD, my mom called me and was all like, do you want to be buried in a Jewish cemetery or do you want to be cremated, because I had been baptized and stuff? And I was like, you're being a little dramatic. Like, I keep coming back. Like, I'm fine. I'm just doing a little too much here and there. Like, and then OD 3 more times. And now, like, exactly what the book talks about, I'm like, I'll do a geographic. But I didn't know that's what it was at the time. It was just like, it's these people that I'm hanging out with. Like, they're the problem, like, because I never used to do these things. Like, I just need to move and I'll start fresh and be good.
This episode is brought to you by Wolfpack Bags. This gear is meant for anybody gym, lifestyle, to anybody that's on the move. I mean, I like to say that us here and everybody that tunes in, we're not average. We're always a wolf. They have all the goods that you need, especially for anybody that is looking for a bag to carry their meal prep, a lunch pail, anything like that. They have you covered. So once again, go to wolfpack.com, use the code Hopeaholics, save 10%, and join the pack.
But I was very addicted, so I knew I needed to go back to treatment. And a big part of my story is that I always thought that treatment was recovery. Like, I'd get some physical sobriety and think, like, I'm good. I did not understand that I needed to work steps, and I did just, like, none of it clicked. So I'd always go back to treatment, get some time, and feel better, and then, like, go back to it, basically. And couldn't understand, like, why the cycle was going on and on. So I moved to North Carolina, and I go to treatment, and then the pandemic hits, and I start hanging out with people that I had, like, met in the treatment center, and they're doing meth. And I was like, I can do that responsibly. I'm an opiate addict. I don't even like uppers. Like, and I'm doing meth with them. And I literally put myself in psychosis and call the cops on myself. And they're like, maybe you should stop doing meth. And I was like, nope, I broke my brain. I have schizophrenia. I've heard of this. Like, I'm done. Like, I ruined my brain. And they, like, sent me back to treatment. And when I had gotten a DUI in Florida. So now I get my second DUI. I'm trying to play with the police dog, which apparently is assault on an officer. That's ridiculous.
Wow.
And, I had to
heard about
watch.
that.
I had to watch it in court. Like I don't even remember it.
Sure.
You know. And I'm like, the dog found the drugs and alcohol. He's off duty, and the police are not having they are not finding this funny in any world. And the judge is all like, "I'm taking your license in all of America. You're done. Like, you're done." And I was like, okay, I'll go to Mexico. Like, still, the consequences aren't just not enough for me. You know, like, I'm just not there. Like, and I hear people say it all the time. Like, they still thought they were having fun. I don't know what was fun about this. Like, I look back on it and it's insane. But I still thought that, I was having a good time. Like,
Where's fiance at this time?
gone. We left him.
Okay.
When I moved, it was
Yeah.
just yeah. And then I don't really know. So I'm still doing stuff, but I also know that I'm crashing and burning somewhat, and I know that things need to change, and I don't really know how I even found out about this or how this happened, but someone introduced me to Kratom. And I could do that and stop doing all the hard stuff. And so I did. But then I'm needing 3 jobs to keep up with my habit because I'm doing it just like anything else. And I have no idea what this stuff is. No clue. I just know that I'm not taking opiates. I'm not smoking crack and meth. I'm not shooting up anymore. So I think I'm good. And everybody's like, it's a plant. It's like coffee. I even knew people in AA who were doing it and saying they were sober. So I was like, we're good. And I'm slowly slipping away, but I don't see it yet at all. And the ex that got me here lives across the street from me, and his son's always coming over to play with my dogs, and we meet, and he's like, I'm in recovery. I was on Suboxone for 10 years. And I'm like, oh, he's the white horse. He's gonna save me. I don't have to do any recovery. And no one really knew what was going on in my life. I was working 3 jobs, and it was insane. I was not sleeping. I was not eating. I'm just going to keep up with my habit. And finally, I get honest with him. And he doesn't know anything about this. But, I feel because I'm being honest, something's going to give. I don't know. And then his parents, he's from California originally. And both of his parents needed medical help. So he was this is after 2 years also of us dating and stuff. He's like, will you come to California with me? And I'm like, yeah. I think another geographic will be good. I'll be able to stop this stuff, you know? And I always just switch addictions. That's just part of my story. I don't even see that I'm doing it. I just do.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get here, and his family is very much like my family. They're all alcoholics, but they're like, no, we're Italian. And now I'm doing Kratom and drinking at 5 a.m. and taking his son to school, and I'm like, this is not what God saved me for. I know that there's more. And I think in the past, I said, I'd go to treatment, I could get some time, and I don't know how to get time anymore. I feel so trapped in my disease. And I just wake up every day wanting to die and don't know any other life. This is it. I don't know. I've been doing this for 15 years in and out of the rooms, which is crazy. But I also think I can't go back to AA because I'm they've locked the doors on me for sure. I'm too dirty and gross by now. They don't want anything to do with me. And that's my disease once again, because I've never been kicked out of AA, ever in my years. But I just it's funny because when I first came in, I'm above everybody. Now I'm so beneath everybody that can't show my face. And it kept me out of the rooms. It kept me out of the rooms for quite some time. And every weekend we would leave his parents and go on a camping trip. And I'm like, I'm going to kick this stuff. I'm done. And I've gotten off of heroin, and I cannot get off this stuff. I will get a couple days, maybe a week. And I just cannot stay off of it. And I had budgeted in a kilo of powder to my bills. It's electricity, and I'm doing extract shots and all the things on top of it, but that's not even in my budget. And then 7-OH, which is now being banned, was put on the street or put in the smoke shops. And I don't know anything about this stuff. There wasn't enough even education. I'd go to doctors and tell them I was on it, and they would have no idea what I was talking about. I would go to detoxes and they would tell me that I had to pee dirty to get in. And I was like, but I'm like doing this stuff. And if I go do opiates, you're never going to see me again. Like, and I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just stuck in this awful place. And it's funny because my first 7-OH pill, we were going to like lunch, me and my ex, and we go to the smoke shop to get my normal stuff. And they gave me a free tablet. And like, I was a crackhead. I know how this works, but I don't think anything of it. And I take it and I'm like, oh my God, this is like a Roxy 30. Like, I've leveled up now. Like, I'm at it because I got so used to it that I was just taking it not to be sick. And I just cannot get off this stuff. And I can't find help. And I've never had that problem before. I've always been able to get into treatment. I have friends out here who I knew from Florida who own treatment centers. And they're like, we don't know how to help you with that. Like, it's just not a known thing yet. Like, and I'm looking everywhere for help and can't find it. And like I said, waking up every day just wanting to die. Like, I don't know how to get out of this hell on earth. And then last October, I got pregnant. And I was like, okay, it's a sign from God. Like, I'm gonna get sober, finally. Like, all I've ever wanted to be as a mom. And the doctors were all like not sure about how to get me off of it. And I even like was like, maybe I should be on Suboxone because I know friends who have been on drugs and got pregnant and they were just like, we don't know enough about it. And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna cold turkey withdraw because like I have to get off of this or it's gonna kill the kid. And at 8 weeks pregnant, the baby's heart rate started going down. I don't know if I put the baby in shock or if it was the kratom or what. You know, I mean, people have miscarriages. I don't know. But they sent me to a high-risk doctor, and I'm going like 3 times a week, and I'm taking prenatals. I'm doing all the things, and at 12 weeks, I lost the baby. And I hated God. I was just like, how dare you? I got sober. I was dry. I wasn't sober. I wasn't working a program. But like, I finally kicked this stuff, and how could you? And then last Christmas, I had every intent to kill myself. Every intent. I tried. Like, I really tried. I'm ODing all the time in my past and can't die. And now, like, I'll do anything and I can't. And my ex's son was like, will you go to Grandma and Grandpa's house with us to celebrate Christmas? So I was like, go with Dad. And, like, I tried and I couldn't die. And then we get custody of his youngest daughter. And I'm like, she's never going to see me on the stuff. I'm finally going to do the deal. I get a sponsor in AA again. And, like, I get off of alcohol and kratom. But I'm still smoking weed because I need something. I don't know how to be sober. And I'm like, I can be Cali sober. And I'm working steps. I'm working steps and smoking. And then my grandfather died. And both of my grandfathers were incredible. My one was a Holocaust survivor. And the other one was just an amazing man. But they both supported me no matter what. Like, they may not have helped me financially, but they were always there. Like, my one grandpa owned the biggest junkyard in Ohio and, like, had a very busy life. And it didn't matter if I called him day or night. He picked up the phone. Like, he was always there for me. So my dad's dad, the Holocaust survivor, died in July. And I can't go to his funeral sober. I'm still smoking weed. Like, and I'm just like, why can't I get this? Like, what is wrong with me? What is so broken in me? And then I lost my other grandfather 3 months later in October. And like, I was just finally broken enough. I feel like it always took an OD or an ex being like, you're too wild to get back to the rooms or to get to treatment. And this time it was just like, I literally don't know any other way. Like, I'm so tired. And like, I am obviously here for a reason with everything I've been through. And I don't know how to get sober. I don't know how to stay sober. I don't know how to live without some kind of substance. And I can't figure it out. So finally, like, I feel like it's the first time I surrendered. And like, I told my sponsor and I'm like, I've been lying to you. Like, I'm working steps, but I'm smoking weed saying I'm sober and I'm not. Like, and I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do. And she took me to a meeting and I had picked up a white chip and like, I got into the steps for real and like busy. And now my ex is using meth and drinking and just like, you're no fun anymore. And it's starting to get really like abusive. And I had been in some very abusive relationships. So I justified it because I was like, he's not hitting me. Like, he's just talking down to me and I have to stay for the kids because that's the whole reason I got sober originally. And, but I can see that things are just falling apart. And I now live at a sober living house. It's called the Pointe House in Covina. and somebody had introduced me to the owner, and I called him 18 times. I called him and would be like, I can't do this. I can't stay sober. And then like a couple hours later be like, no, we're going to get sober together and we're going to be a happy family. And like, I was just being dramatic. Like, it's all good. Because like, I'm obviously Captain Save-A-Ho and like, I got this. Like, it's not that bad. And like, I always thought that we were going to be sober together for the kids and be a happy family. Like, we had dreams and goals together, but he is slipping more and more into his disease. And I'm like barely holding on, even going to meetings and stuff. And like everyone in my life could see it, but I just like am not there yet. And then finally I got the flu and we got in this big argument. He threw me out, like he picked me up and threw me out of the house. And the youngest was home, Gracie. She was 9, and she looked at me and was like, what's wrong with Dad? And you can't look at a 9-year-old and be like, he's methed out. Like, so I'm just like, he's sick. But now I realize that, like, I'm teaching these kids that it's fine to be abused in a relationship. Like, this is what I'm teaching them. I'm not teaching them, like, how to be sober, how to be strong. Like, I'm teaching them all the wrong things. And I'm like, this is not why I'm staying. I stayed to protect them. And, like, I'm not. So I finally like called Carl back and was like, I'm ready. And he's like, are we really ready? And honestly, if I was him, I would have been like, there's a bunch of other sober livings. Figure it out, girl. Like, you have called me so many times. Like, never gave up on me. Always answered my calls. And I was like, yeah, he put his hands on me. Like, I'm ready and I'm coming. And it was like really the start of my real recovery journey. I got there and we joke that like our house is AA boot camp. Like, you have to go to 14 meetings a week when you first get there. You have to actually be working the steps. You have to get commitments in AA. Like, they literally put you in the middle of AA. And I needed that. And I was so scared. Like, I wanted this so badly and I was so scared. Like, I got 10 commitments in AA, and I don't say that to boost my ego in any way. I just like was like, they told me I needed 2 or 4, I think. I don't even remember, but I was just like, nope, I'm going to be at every meeting doing something. And like I would go on like 2 panels a week in the beginning, like whenever I was asked. And like we have a Kratom community now, which is not part of AA, but it's like Zoom, and there are now 5,000 people in it, and I'm on the board. And like I just grabbed onto everything recovery wise. Like, last night I was supposed to go to a birthday dinner and I got asked to speak at a meeting. Like, I show up. I owe AA everything. It doesn't matter like how, like what it is. Like, I show up because I didn't think, even working the steps this time, I remember thinking like, it's not going to work. Like, I know it works for all these people. I see it working for them, but like, it's not going to work for me. Like, but I just kept taking the next indicated step. And like, I did it all in fear. I still do it in fear. I just bought a car this weekend, and like my house manager was joking. Like, and I used to get things back really quickly. That's why I could really not stay, because like I'd get all the things back and I thought all the outside things were like what made you. And it's like none of those things matter. None of them. Like, and I didn't understand that for so long. Like, I never had connection. I never had friendships. I was always doing everything on my own. Like, it was really sad and depressing. Like, even when I was in relationships, there was no real connection. And, like, I have, like, the girl who came with me today, she is one of my best friends. Like, I know she would show up day or night for anything. Like, I've never had a friend like her before. I had my first sober birthday, September 27th, and she came to my house while I was at work and put roses and like rose petals all over like the kitchen. And like, that's awesome. I've never had a guy do that for me. Like, yeah, you know. And it's just like, I don't know, I really do. And I have sponsees now, and I used to hear people in the rooms always say like, once you get a sponsee, like you level up basically, and like taking somebody else through the book, like it brings you to a whole different level. And like it has. Like, I have a sponsee that it's so funny. Like, God completely placed her in my life because she is so much like me. And like, I'll call my sponsor and be like, remember when I called you and you used to tell me I was delusional? Dude, listen to this. And she's like, Allie, just do what I told you to do. And it's like, but when she asked me to sponsor her, I was like, I'm going to kill her. And she's like, you're not that powerful. Just take her through the book. And I was like, no. Like, I can't sponsor anybody. And like I said, I did everything in fear. Like, even buying the car. Like, I never had fear before. I drove without a license, insurance, registration so many times. And I was like, I don't think I can buy a car. And like my sponsor was like, you've done everything in Fear Alley. Like you've saved this money for the car. If it's God's will, it'll all be easy and work out. And it was, but like, I didn't think I could do any of it. Like, and like I said, the car and all that like doesn't matter because like I'm a cosmetologist and I could not get my license for 5 years out here. And then I got into sober living and I just took the next indicated step with that. Like, even though that's not AA. And like, I have the career back today. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, as silly as that sounds, like, it's great. I worked hard for those things. But like showing up for Alcoholics Anonymous or anybody that like needs me, like that's what it's all about for me today. Like, I don't know.
That's freaking amazing. So what's your sobriety date?
December 2nd, 2024.
Wow. Good for you. Good for you.
Kratom's gnarly.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I don't know a lot about it. I know that it attaches itself to the same receptors as the opioid receptor. So,
but it was worse than heroin for me. And I can like honestly say that in talking to other people in our community, it's like the depression you feel after it. I mean, yes, the physical, you go through all the physicals like any opiate.
yeah.
But the depression, like for months, I was like, if this is all it's gonna be, like, I don't know why I'm sober. Cause like I was like, and I've struggled before, like, but like I feel like after a month of getting off opiates, you're like pretty okay again for the most part. Like there are people like my sponsee was addicted to Kratom and she has 3 months and she's like, dude, I don't think I'm ever going to stop thinking about it. And I was like, I remember that. Like, I remember whether I was happy, sad, mad, angry. And like, we could say that about anything, but it was very different. It lasted so much longer and it was just so, and like people didn't really know. Like now it's starting to become a thing, but no one knew when I was trying to get off of it. And like the meetings that I'm now a part of the board, like there were like 3 meetings a week and I like would wait and like hold on for dear life for those meetings, like because like I love AA, but like no one really understood. And now we have 3 meetings a day. Like it's crazy how much it's blown up. It's sad, but it's also like amazing because there's like resources today.
And so needed, so that people like you had no idea like exactly what this was. And we hear it a lot more lately. Remember that one guy that was talking about where it was getting sold as like a pre-workout?
Yeah. I mean, they had it at Costco.
They have it at gas stations. They have it everywhere. In our community, we call it gas station heroin because
which is so crazy if you really think about it. That is horrifying. Where it's like done. I mean, I guess going into conspiracy, but it's like, dude, they know.
They make it in Asia, okay? And it's not even legal in Asia. Like, it's sold here, but it's like, that's how bad it is that they won't even like legalize it. It's from a plant. And I love when people say that because I'm like, oh, but opiates
are from
and cocaine are from a plant.
Cocaine's from a plant.
Like, that's crazy.
Marijuana is a plant. Alcohol comes from plants.
Right. And it's like, but people minimize it so much.
Potatoes and different.
It's just crazy to me.
It's crazy.
And 7-OH is getting banned now because people were literally dying. And like when they were having autopsies, they were like, no, they have to be on something else. And it's like, no, they were having seizures. I had 3 grandma seizures on it. I knocked my teeth out and I like still didn't.
Shut up.
But I didn't even know it was from it. Like, because I was so in it. And I do have epilepsy. And like every time I've done drugs or alcohol, like I've had seizures. And like when I come off of them. But like I was just like, no, like it's a plant. Like, because that's what I was being told. So I was like, I can't be having seizures from this. And now there are all these people who are dying just from it. Not like with any mixed substances. And it's like they tried to deny it for so long. It's like really
it's the crazy thing about just our world in general is that like we're always looking for something to change the way we feel, you know, like even to like, you know, caffeine. And I'm not gonna lie, like that's my addiction still. I'm still addicted to caffeine. Not like insanely addicted, but I look forward to my 2 cups of coffee that I have every morning when I wake up. Emily's over there sipping on her coffee, giving and that place that Emily's got her coffee from, I had one time, and I mean it's like, dude,
the bomb.
If I had like one of those 3 days in a row, I would have to have it every afternoon because it was so powerful. And we're always looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just people that aren't, and people who aren't addicts, they're gonna get addicted to this kratom.
Mm-hmm.
No,
It's
That's what's
really
sad.
sad.
or people that are addicts thinking that they can.
And it's also, it is like you said, pre-workout, like it is really like sold as a health thing.
I know.
Like
That's what's
people have
scary.
no idea. Like I feel like with other things, like you know what you're getting
Sure.
into. Maybe like not as bad, but like with this, it's like some of them will say like happy on them or something, like happy juice. So it's like you think it's just like an energy drink or like
Yeah.
you don't even know, and it's just wild to me. And then I know people who are in treatment in Florida who are using it to get into treatment because you don't like there is a special P test, but no one's so they know that they can still do this substance and be in treatment or whatever, and it's like that's crazy too. It's so sad.
How about mushrooms? I mean, mushrooms are like, you can get mushrooms now just at the
That's
at
right.
the store,
Yeah.
right?
And there's another plant that was actually like wanted to come into our house too. It's kind of like a version of kratom, but we don't let any of that stuff in at all. Zero.
No,
Because it's just
I mean, give sobriety a shot. Give sobriety a year, even like with kratom. You know, a year later, the depression's gonna be gone. You know, I mean, you look at where you're at right now.
And what's the biggest change that you feel? Because your story is wild. Your story is pretty damn amazing. Like it to me is just another testimony of just like the beautiful miracles that the program can give. Because I mean, you are an alley cat. Your mom is. I can't get over half things, especially starting at such a young age. A lot of the traumatic events that you had to go through, even physically. I mean, heart surgery alone. Obviously, the things that happened to you when you were a child is also horrific. But also, a physical surgery does a lot on you, like mentally and physically, and also like subconsciously in your brain. I don't know. Some scientists said that all those like components from the time that we're born until our brains fully developed all play a major factor into, not saying it makes you have your addiction, but it all goes into anxiety, depression, all those little the chemicals that we release or that we want to the feel good ones. But do you think that this time around, now that you have almost a year is because you finally fully surrendered?
Yeah, I definitely do. And I think also, like, I used that for so long. It's like I went through so much trauma.
Sure.
But it's also like I really truly believe that like I am bodily, spiritually, and mentally different than people. And I couldn't understand that for so long. And so like I had so many excuses, but like getting into the actual work, it's like I never was normal, like in that sense. Like you were saying, we're all addicted to something. Like this sobriety, I've had to realize like I can be addicted to food. Like I would binge and then I would go walk like 30,000 steps, and people are like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, I'm an alcoholic in everything I do. Like, and if I don't like keep myself in check, like it will start acting out. Like I know some people, it's guys, like there's always something though for us specifically. I'm not saying that normal people aren't, but like I can find anything to abuse. Anything. And it's like I have to remember like I am very all or nothing. And if I'm not working on it, like I tell my sponsees now, I'm like, it's like having cancer and saying I'll do all the things except for chemo. Like, because I didn't understand that for so long. Like I was willing to do all of the things besides the 12 steps. And it's like once I did that, it's like, wow, like it is the treatment, right? And it's like now I can see like other ways that I may act out or like, you know, and it's really powerful. Like I couldn't see that when I was younger. I think I truly had to go through everything I had to go through. Like they always say you'll get it when you get it or whatever. But like if I didn't have put opiates back in my system, I wouldn't have understood that like I'm mentally and spiritually different. Because people like, yes, I understand opiates are addictive and people will get dependent if they take it for a certain amount of time. But like I go to the racehorses, like I'm gone, like I'm doing things that normal people don't do. And
you know what, that was actually an important thing that you said, because not everybody that gets physically dependent on opiates or a pain medicine turns out to be have the actual ism or the you know, the
that's true.
spiritual malady that we have. I've seen many people come into treatment that got addicted to pain pills because their doctor gave them to them. We get them off the opiates and they were able to live a normal life.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Me neither.
You
Or
know,
me.
like,
Me neither.
that's not me. But because anybody can get physically addicted to opiates, alcohol. I mean, if you get physically addicted to alcohol, that's you probably got the ism.
Yeah.
Because it
You're
takes
right.
quite a bit.
It does.
Consistent
use and all the
Yeah, and you know, people
yeah.
don't just like you know, snort meth every day. So
Yeah.
you know, there's possibly a problem there. There are people that go out and do the cocaine on the weekends or occasional cocaine.
That's
but
wild
like,
to me too.
like
Like, I
that's
can't
wild
even
to me.
No weekend
understand.
for me.
yeah, I mean, anytime I do anything, the weekend turns into the rest of
Yeah,
my life.
exactly.
I'm
until-
gone.
until-
Yeah.
Until the cops arrest me. You know, it's just like I have that allergy,
Yeah.
man. And you know, AA got it right a long time ago. You know, I hope that I pray, because what I see in you now is you were given the gift of desperation, right? And like, you know, my sponsor was like a big acronym guy, and he would always be like, you know, gift of desperation. He'd be like GOD, and I was like, oh, God gave that to you.
Yeah.
God gives us that. You know, God gives us the gift of desperation. You know, hope, hold on, pain ends. You know, but we have to do work.
Yeah.
The 12 steps are literally one of the most amazing tools ever given to the human race. And if everybody actually just worked them, we would have a whole different world. All of this chaos and division would go away. Then you add in the traditions. Man, you add in the traditions. Because if you, like, I hope people that listen to this don't just stop at the 12 steps. You know, like, my sponsor took me through the 12 traditions as well.
Yeah.
And because the steps are like me learning how to live with me. The traditions teach me how to live with the rest of you.
Yeah.
You know, like how to get along. Because I can still not get along because, like, I might have views that other people disagree with. But the traditions have taught me that I can accept your views and I can listen to what you have to say with an open mind.
Yeah.
And I can
Be respectful.
be respectful and take that all in and not be an asshole.
Yeah. And even like when I was newer this time, like my sponsor would always be like, love and tolerance is our code, Allie. And I'm like, how do I curse somebody out with love and tolerance though? And then she'd be like, those people are normal. They don't have a program. And I'm like, what? So why do I have to treat them with love and tolerance?
Yeah.
But like today, like it's so funny because like I do. Like no matter what, like I have clients who are like, we'll talk politics or whatever it is.
Sure.
And I'm just like, okay, remember, like they don't have a program like you do. And it's like you said, the principles, like I have to take those into all of my affairs, not just in the rooms.
sure.
Yeah. Especially into all of your affairs, you know, that's like, that's where
hard.
we take them.
You know?
And I don't do it perfectly. I don't think
neither do
any of
we.
us do.
But I think that's the point, is that like we're cognizant now and we're self-aware that we have that to fall back on, to check ourselves, to not make some outlandish remark or say something that hurts somebody's feelings, and then later on I feel terrible about it.
Or
That's how I am.
get upset because somebody voted for somebody different than you were. I mean, just like
Yeah.
silly stuff, because that's such a big issue in society right now, right? And I don't even know how big of an issue it is.
50%
Or how
of the population.
No, I don't believe that. I believe that that's what the media tells us. That's what I believe the media tells us it is. But like, there's probably 75% of us that totally just don't like give
But
a
look
fuck.
at what's important about that is that you are in control of your joy,
Yeah.
your peace. How are you going to let, whether it's the media, your neighbor, your boss, steal your joy? No one's gonna mess with my peace except for me.
Yeah.
I'm good at it
Or, you know,
myself.
I'm
great.
good enough,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
I don't need to give you that power.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
I hate when I do, and I do sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is just
you
I
do
think-
do that. I'm just kidding.
You know what?
You didn't say doo-doo.
I didn't.
No,
I caught myself. The first time I actually catch myself and don't do it.
We're stupid.
It's okay. I
Did
think
you-
we all are. Yeah.
Huh? You did?
Oh, no, I didn't. Never mind. I said I don't do it.
You don't do that. I don't
Do
that.
it. It didn't say
I do that.
Wait, but I'm going to be rude because I forgot I have a 2 o'clock. I have a lawyer call. I'm going through a divorce, so.
What?
I know. It's good, though.
Okay.
He ain't going to steal my peace. He ain't going to steal my joy.
That's all lies. That's all lies.
No, it is lies. It's hard.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
I did really
look,
When I
did-
we look at
came
you- we-
into sober
we-
living, I had so many resentments against my ex. My sponsor would be like, "Do you want to be right or at peace?" I want to be right.
Totally.
This is not even an option. Like, I don't need the peace. I'm right.
I know.
Like-
I had a lot of peace at the very beginning. I think I've been coming a little bit unpeaceful the last like 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. I'm trying to figure out why.
it's because you don't clap back, man. It's like,
I don't.
It's important.
I've not once said something
It's important to clap back, huh, Emily?
or like put a
Emily, every
person
once in a
their
while,
place.
you gotta. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I've been proud of myself for the first previous ways, but the last 7 weeks has been rough from like peace standpoint.
yeah.
Other than that, it's been fine. But yeah, you're fantastic. Your story's incredible.
Thank you.
It's funny. My sponsor's on me because I need to start sponsoring women. I don't want to.
Just do
I'm
it.
Just honest.
I'm
do
honest
it,
though.
I'm always like,
I didn't either,
My
and I'm so
I hate
grateful.
it. I'm always like, and I know it. I know I have sponsees that are absolute gift that I've done previously,
Mhm.
but it's just like I'm busy. I travel. I'm not here.
My
Mhm.
sponsor tells me that I don't have to sponsor anybody.
Not every. It's not for
You know who,
everybody.
you know who my sponsor
But your
is right
sponsor
now?
is also dead, and
my sponsor.
he's dead, and you're sponsor.
Are you your
I'm
own sponsor?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
sponsoring.
no.
I'm sponsoring.
Yeah.
No. That's
Exactly. That's the problem.
I'm sponsoring myself right now, and my
Don't do that. Everybody never. No. Not good.
No, when I was younger, I like saw the 12 steps and stuff, and I was like, I can take myself.
Yeah, you're like, let me
I'm
read
not-
these real quick.
I'm not
God.
that
I will-
dumb.
I
Like,
I will admit I'm not doing that. But
I don't believe you the way you're
Yeah.
laughing.
I would never take myself through the 12 steps. But
He's like, I've already tried. I've done it
that
already.
shit didn't work. I'm having a hard time finding him a replacement for my sponsor.
Yeah, that's
man.
hard. That is hard.
Like
Pray about
the-
it. Have you
the
prayed
dude,
for it?
No,
See?
I haven't.
Yeah, try.
But I just barely started
Going
looking
back.
again.
Yeah.
And was like, I want
appear.
a new sponsor, but
Yeah.
I don't want the one that everybody has.
No, no,
around
no,
here,
no.
You know, like
exactly.
my sponsor has to be a little bit gangster because I'm a little bit gangster. You know, like my sponsor has to.
Be able to put you in your place and be like, no, Chad, you got to do. Do you want to?
Okay, that's so funny because my sponsor is like the most spiritual person ever, but like she's gangster. Like she
Same with
will
mine.
like call me out, and
Yes.
I'm like, what happened to pray
Yeah.
or God or
Yeah.
this? And she's like, because that's not what you need right now. And I'm like, that's why I picked her. though."
Exactly.
Like, 'cause,
Same. Yo,
you know.
I'll pray for that for you.
That's nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Allie,
Thank you so much,
Amazing
Allie.
Thank you.
episode.
You're
Rose.
bomb. I enjoyed that a lot. I'm sad that I have to hop on this call, but you know.
don't forget we have to. I thought we were doing something right after. How long is this call gonna be? All right. Bye.
Thanks, Allie.
Thank you.